And welcome back to our town hall here at 5:30. We've worked out the technical glitch, and joining us live right now is local defense attorney and Two on Your Side legal analyst Tom Eoannou. Tom, good to see you. Thanks for your time.
Good to see you, Mike.
We just do not see a lot of high-profile murder trials in this way, especially one where it's not really a question of whether or not the person pulled the trigger. We know that that happened here. There is a self-defense, claim. Can you explain what this means here, that he wasn't convicted of anything in this case? I know there was murder and there was manslaughter.
Yes, I do not believe that this was a self-defense acquittal. He was charged with murder in the second degree and manslaughter in the first degree. Both have the element of intent. Murder in the second degree, you must intend to kill the victim. Manslaughter in the first degree, you must intend to seriously harm or injure the victim and therefore causes death. The jury found there was no intent, and that's based on the 9/11 calls, the interview, and his statements to the police during the interview.
So, Tom, what would you say the defense did well here? And alternatively, are there any problems with the prosecution? I mean, you just mentioned there, and a lot of people are wondering if they overcharged him with those two counts. Oh, do you have me, Tom? All right. We've lost Tom again. I'm going to fill everybody in, pull back the curtain a little bit. We're using the same system we've been using for a long time here on the show. There's been an upgrade, so we're clearly dealing with some technical issues. We're going to try to get back to Tom, but in the meantime right now, want to talk about something else. Remember all the fun that we all had back when the Blue Jays brought Major League Baseball here to Buffalo? Well, the team fell just short of the playoffs, as you've probably heard, and now that the postseason is here, we're seeing how our local fans did in terms of their support for the team when it was temporarily here. Our partners at Buffalo Business First went through some data that was posted by ESPN, and we'll show you this. First, big picture. The Toronto Blue Jays averaged just over 10,000 fans per game for the whole season. That's technically 27th out of the 30 teams, but that's not really the full story. The Jays split time, as you know, between Toronto, here in Buffalo, and down in Florida. It was all because of pandemic-related border restrictions with Canada. If we look specifically at Salem Field here in Buffalo, it holds about 16,600 fans. The Jays filled about half of that on average over 23 games. That's actually just below the league's worst drawing team, the Miami Marlins. That number takes into account those COVID seating restrictions that were in place for the first half of their time here. But remember, we saw interest grew as those restrictions were lifted and the team's stay kind of progressed. The Jays averaged almost 9,000 fans per game for their final 4 weeks in Western New York, more than 10,000 fans for the 5 of the last 7 games, including a high of 14,607 for that finale at Salem Field. That was against the Boston Red Sox there on July 21st. That was a great crowd. The numbers also show baseball fever remained pretty high when the majors left town. It then tapered off, though. The Bison's first game back in Buffalo on August 10th drew more than 6,000 fans. Regular season attendance, though, in August and September averaged about 4,000. And then the final home game of the season for the Bison's, played right after the Bills' home game on September 26th. That one drew just a little more than 2,000 fans. The Blue Jays, by the way, finished 1 game out of the playoffs. The Bison's finished second in AAA East. Well, another sports story now. Reminder that you're going to see the Bills in prime time this weekend, Sunday Night Football right here on Channel 2. And ahead of the big game against the Chiefs, our Ashley Holder got the chance to have a rare one-on-one interview with Bills star wide receiver Stefon Diggs. Listen.
Who is Stefon Diggs?
I'm charismatic. I'm playful, especially with the people that I know and I trust. As far as like my outgoing personality, I'm fun. I'm laid back. I don't do too much. I'm not really an outgoing person. I'm a homebody.
He's a homebody. That full story, you do not want to miss it. It's the first part of Ashley Holder's one-on-one with Stefon Diggs, and it's coming up next at 6 o'clock.